a midget? Like, it gets weird. So you can imagine at some point, like, the banking partners are saying, listen, well, we don't even know if what this guy paid for is even legal. We don't even know if, because it's illegal to pay for certain shit. It's also illegal for certain type of sex to happen. We don't even know if what you paid for is legal, but we do have we have a duty to you because we're your bank and we're whatever. So we're gonna try to. So now it puts OnlyFans in a very interesting position. You know what I mean? Companies that they've deemed, hey, and if y'all know about the dark web, that's why the dark web usually uses Bitcoin or some shit that's not really, just backed by a bank, right? It puts the banks in a weird position, right? They're processing fees over what could be later interpreted as some acts that are either illegal, some acts that are non-consensual, and it opens up a whole different set of things that a bank doesn't want to be associated with. Imagine if it came out that motherfucking Bank of America processed $20 million like in a space of like a month to OnlyFans through some sex traffic ring type shit. Bank of America looks stupid. So now they're looking at OnlyFans and say, bro, are y'all only selling porn over there? What's up? Now, the last reason is, and this was going to stunt growth. And this is me, I'm giving a very amateur, but this is what I think. Anytime a company, and that's why I'll tell you why I stay away from porn. When a company associates itself with porn, every other company doesn't want to stand next to it. Sex trafficking and other things is too big of a thing. Coca-Cola don't want to stand next. Like, think about it. Even if it's completely legal, the biggest porn star in the world, you'll never see having a Coca-Cola commercial. Unless it's Kim K. Okay, but you know what I mean. Come on now. Like Mr. Marcus ain't chilling up there with his dick print in his sweatpants and holding a Coke saying, yo, you really want to turn up? Drink one of these. No. You feel me? Like, just morally, companies stay away from sex companies. So if I had to tell you any company, especially one like OnlyFans, who their sole income, and that's why they're kind of also trying to pivot, right? Their sole income has to do with the people who are on the site. No company wants to stand next to OnlyFans because they're synonymous with porn. You get what I mean? So because of that, they have already seen the peak. And for whatever reason, they want to, and they think they could become bigger. Also, they want to avoid future lawsuits and also future things that could have the company going broke. So they realize we've gotten as big as we could get big off this porn shit. We finna be out. Y'all take care. And by the way, I think, and I'll read it, it says, effective October 1st, OnlyFans will prohibit the posting of content containing sexual explicit conduct. The company said in a statement, in order to ensure the long-term sustainability, see, long-term, right? You see, and this is why when these chicks are mad about this, quote this shit, because every chick who's on OnlyFans never talk about long-term. They always say, oh, I'm only doing this for a while. It's the same thing when they go to the strip club. I'm only here for a little bit. I'm finna get out and get a salon. You know you want to be there 10 years later. You want to be there the saggier and saggier your joints get, and hopefully you're still in the 0.0000001%, you know, but you don't want to admit it, right? Now this company's just saying, we want to be here long term, so we get rid of y'all. Now for all the people who said they were there for short term, y'all shouldn't have no problem, right? You should have no problem if you claim you just went in to get a little quick jug. You get your joint, they tell you the jig is up in October, be out. By the way, also, they did not say that just naked pictures will be banned. And this is what you can see right here. According to OnlyFans, creators will be allowed to post content containing nudity, as long as it's consistent with our acceptable use policy. The site currently allows nudity, except in the case of content featuring public nudity recorded in or broadcasted from a jurisdiction, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm going to tell you what this is going to be involved in. They're going to update all that shit. I looked at it today. The last update was back in March. They're going to ban most content that is sex. If you on there and you just hold your titties or you just fucking showing your pussy, you're probably still going to be able to do that. But think about OnlyFans. The chicks who claiming they're getting the bag, rocking bukakis and train drain on them. They're not just casually showing off a nipple. These chicks, look like the fucking like the manifestation of the black hole when when they get in doggy style. You're like, what the fuck? These chicks, they're just doing porn. Like this is straight up porn. Like nothing, like straight porn. Basically, OnlyFans don't want to be that business. If you want to show off your titties, and we know you because when you have to fill out all these things to OnlyFans, you got to fill out even a lot of tax documents to get paid. So they like you have to verify your age. They're gonna send that to the government, right? Even if it's a W-9 or whatever, they're gonna send that to the government. So if you're really 21, you're really 21. But the motherfucker who's railing you from the back, we don't know if he's 21. He could be 17. He could be, as Chief Keef said, 300. We don't know about that, and we don't want to be aligned with that shit no more. So create your solo content, and I think they're gonna make like really great area decisions on if they're gonna allow chicks to still be on there and masturbate. I think, but I don't think they want people on there indiscriminately having sex, and especially having sex like a lot of this new shit is like they be like, yo, oh, I'm fucking at some random place like that's public. I think that they're realizing this shit could get us in trouble. We're gonna just stop this, okay? You're not gonna be fucking somebody off a balcony in Miami. We don't want to see that shit, okay? We see it on spring break, but don't put it on our site. And truth be told, you gotta respect it. Again, this is all business. Just like I respected all the queens on there who got their bag and got their, their money, and they bought themselves some Chanel bags. Cool. I gotta respect the company with this. Now, this is what I think is gonna happen. This is the end of my OnlyFans little rant. What happens after OnlyFans have started to shun some of these people? And by the way, the people who should be upset are the hardcore people. If you've never fucked on OnlyFans, you're probably fine. If you're not on OnlyFans sucking cock, you're probably fine. If you're not on OnlyFans gargling semen, you're probably fine. They're just trying to make sure this shit is policed. Because they're worried about y'all and themselves. Makes sense. It's their company. When OnlyFans stopped doing that, because the thing, and I've always said about sex work, I always said stripping is the gateway to whoredom, to whoreness. Women get in and they say, oh yeah, I'm not going to be fucking nobody at the club. I'm just going in. They go the first night, they make $1,000. You know why? New face, new pussy. They may have only took off their top that night. And in some places they're fully nude. Maybe they just like got naked, but they ain't do nothing crazy. They ain't even get up and do a pole trick. They made $1,000 the first night. You know what women instantly think? If I work here every night for the year, I made $1,000 tonight, I'm gonna make $365,000. It's that easy of how someone thinks about that type of life. Now what happens is 2 weeks later, they go in and they basically did the same thing they did on their first night, except they didn't make $1,000 anymore. They made $400. What? Wait, what's going on? It's the nature of man. You're not new pussy anymore. There's 3 other chicks that just came, and to be honest, now those chicks are starting to evolve. They're doing hand tricks. You're just doing the same shit we saw the first time. Basically, what sex work is, you'll get money if you keep going further and further, not staying at the same level. You think we're gonna pay you $1,000 every time to show your titties? Nah. First time you get $1,000 to show the titties. Next time you get $600 just not only to show it, but to lick the titties. After that, if you want to get $500 again, how about you lick the titties while fingering yourself? After that, do you have a cucumber in your crib? That's how it is. I'm telling you how it is what women don't want to admit about sex work. Now, so I was saying that stripping is a gateway to whoredom, right? OnlyFans became that. So the women who are claiming that, you know, they're the top this, that percent, unless they have already an audience. And by the way, I do think OnlyFans, just to let y'all know, OnlyFans was not intended for women who just thought they looked good. Matter of fact, it wasn't intended for sex at all. But it wasn't intended for people who just thought they looked good, or who wanted to have sex, or who were willing to have sex. Let me just say the name and reiterate the name again. It's OnlyFans. It was for people who had fans. It required you to bring the audience. not to look for it. What ended up happening? Women got on there because they're seeing other women make money, and they said, "What do I have to do to get people to look at me?" Already a losing decision. OnlyFans was made for the Karinas of the world. You already have millions of people watching you on other platforms. Bring them here. Show a little nipple. Get $1 million. That's what it was for. The regular chick on your block who's running to OnlyFans thinking that she's too cute to work, she doesn't realize her pussy's only exotic within 5 square blocks. Nobody else cares. So you know what happens? They begin to devolve real quickly. They didn't make $1 million on their first day like a Ruby Rose or a Bad Baby or a Karina. You know how much they made? $100. But instead of realizing you don't have no fans, people don't care about you that much. Save yourself for maybe that you could have some moral things about you that maybe a guy who earns that amount that you want to have could actually say, "Oh no, ain't nobody ever seen her naked." No, you know what they